Hi everyone. Uh, Today we're gonna learn how to build Safemoon clone, how to start your own crypto project. We will build on like TRON blockchain, but you can use it on Ethereum or any other blockchain that uses Solidity, right? So you don't have to worry because one code for many blockchains. Also, uh, so basically, if you want to create something like Safemoon, you can see the price, it's pumping and dumping. You just like Safemoon or Shiba Inu, follow this tutorial. We will learn how. We will add minting, burning, max supply, like the limiting the supply. Also, we will add lock function. So it sort of gives trust to your users that you won't just dump it. Okay, well, you cannot you can just ignore this implementation, but we will just learn. Okay, how. So maybe if you want to invest in other tokens, you might check this lock function on their tokens to make sure that they can unlock it before the expiration date. Also, I want to give the credits to Code Expert. uh, I I saw his tutorial and it's really helpful. But I'm gonna improve his code style, add some like debug, like the messages, the debugging techniques that will help developer to develop faster and make code more readable. Okay, so let's start. Hey, so in order to code and start our Solidity code, we have two options or more. I'm just showing you two options, Remix and TRON IDEA. Also Remix. Wait, so Remix like this. So TRON IDEA and Remix, just the first link. So yeah, here we go, TRON IDEA and Remix. Uh, Between this, I prefer Remix because of its UI, UX, and style, but feel free to use Tron ID or any you want. So let's go. Let's code. Uh, just just click sure here. Yeah, just sure. Now home. Just you can close it. Now we have this contracts readme, right? Feel free to delete this. Just delete this. Storage, owner, ballot. Yeah, now let's create our new file. Let's call it token.solidity.sol. Okay, in this tutorial, we're gonna use, first of all, we're gonna build some basic token with basic functions like sending. Okay, that's it. Just sending all. But in the next tutorials, we will cover more functions. But just to make it simple, this tutorial, we're just gonna cover basic functions. Okay, so we're gonna use Solidity starting from the 0.5 version. We might upgrade like 7 or 8, but we don't have the like cool functions yet, right? So stick with us. Now let's define our contract, which will be token and okay, right? Wait, so token and uh, now let's define the properties of our token. So the token has a name, right? Let's define the name, string, public, name. Contract has a symbol, right? String, public, symbol. Uh, Also, it has like decimals, like something that's after the zero, like the point, like 0.0000. Let's have it just public decimals. Okay, now we also have like the initial supply or total supply. I'll just make it total sup. Okay, just let's make it initial supply. Initial supply. Wait, let me just do it total supply. Like how many tokens we have right now, right? Also we have, let me just define public initial supply as well, right? Like how many tokens were released and how many now, just to compare. Also, let's address public owner, right? We want to have the owner. Also, let's define the max supply. Wait, we will cover it later, but let me just do it. It will be constant public max supply, and let's say it will be just 1 million. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so well, so it will be in decimals. So this means that million, and the thing is that the tokens represented here like this. Let's say if you have one token, like let's say decimals are 8, okay, just testing. So if you have 8 decimals, and so wait, decimals 8, okay, let's say you have the 8 decimals. So now if you have one token will be 0.000145657, like this. So this makes it like, in order to make one normal token like this, it should be 0.000001 multiple. So it should be like this, 10 times like this, and 8, right? Decimals, which is 8, right? So I hope you got it. Now let's move on. Okay, so we have this thing. Now let's define mapping balance. Okay, let's store the balances of everyone. Address, uint 20. Okay, and public balance of. So this mapping is basically like a dictionary in Python, right? Like it's like Shyngys stores 10 tokens. It's like this mapping is basically in Python or anything. Or James stores 5 tokens. Okay, so hope it's clear. Now let's move on. Now let's create a constructor. Constructor is basically what will be used during the creation process. So constructor will be like this, and public. Now let's define this, right? Let's define this attributes. So name, just give your own name, okay? Just so I will name my token as a craft stake, because this is gonna be like my future project and I'm gonna use it, but you can use anything. So craft stake, let's define the symbol, CRS, and let's define decimals. I'll be just using 8, but you can use up to 16, I guess, or 12, I forgot, but feel free to use like 10, anything like that, up to you. Now let's define the total supply. Total supply, so wait, initial supply, let's define it. Let me make it, let me just copy this. Initial supply, and let me make it half of it. So initial supply is this. It's like Bitcoin. It was released step by step, like 10,000, and its limit is 21 million, right? Just like that. So total supply will be initial supply, right? For now. So guys, don't confuse this max supply and total supply. Initial supply is just like let's say I created 5 tokens initially, okay, but later I'll create more tokens. So total supply will show me that amount, while initial supply will still show me 5. And max supply is just the limit. So more than 10,000 tokens, like 1 million, it can exceed. It can be 10,000 now, but it can be more than million. Okay. So, but it doesn't work. I just added it doesn't work this way. We have to still code it. Tell our contract, hey, we have this max supply. Okay. So let's move on. Also, let's define the owner. Owner will be message sender. So the message sender is the person who is interacting with the contract. And since we're creating it now, we will be the first interacting with it, right? Constructing it. So we'll be recorded as the owner. Okay, let's move on. Let's now define the balance. Balance of owner is gonna be equal to total supply for now. So the owner will have all the supply now, but you feel free to define like balance of your friend. Okay, let's say your friend or your co-founder. Let's say it'll be total supply divided by 2, and you'll also have the amount, right? Like total. So you'll have like 50-50. But since I'm the only one here right now, I'll just get all tokens. Let's move on. Okay, we defined our constructor right now. Let me do like this, and like this. So what we can do now? We constructed it. Everything is fine. Let's check it. Okay, so we have to let me auto-compile, enable optimization. So it's doing good right now. So okay, okay. So I forgot this. It's fine now. It's fine now. Oh, so I forgot here. So yeah, it's fine now. Don't make these mistakes, guys. Let's start it. So I have this, and here is my token, right? Token that's Solidity. You have to choose it and deploy. If you didn't delete the previous files, you just have to choose from here. So let me deploy now, or I compiled it, just Control S, or just go here and compile it. Now let's deploy it. So it's deployed here. Let's go and let's check our balance. Basically, I'm here and checking my balance. So I have this 500,000, right? Let's check another account address. So this guy has 0, right? So it's working for now. Now let's add transfer functionality, right? We want to send money, right? So first of all, let's create function transfer. So let's make it like this. Transfer address from which address and to which address. Okay, so like this, and uint20 and the value. So let's make it internal, not public, because we don't want everybody to call it. Now let's do like this. The logic will be like this. The balance. So we have these balances. Now we just have to balances from must be minus the the value, right? We're doing like this, and balance of 2 should be value like this. So it's basically like this. Let's say Jason has 500 and 5 oh, okay 50, and let's say I have 10. So it basically be like 50 minus, and okay, let's say sending will be amount will be 10. So it will be Jason minus 10, right? He will have now 40, and I'll have 12, like 20 plus 10 will be. So I hope the logic is clear. It works this way, but what if Jason doesn't have any money? Like he's 0 and he's trying to send me 12. It will be wrong, right? So let's add the check. The check will be require. Requires basically like if balance 0, right? It's like in Python. So it's here require. So require balance of from should be more than the value he's sending. And let's add a debug message, which will be you are trying to send more than you own. This is clear now, right? Also, let's make sure one thing. Require to is not equal to address 0. So it will make sure that address can't be empty, right? Because this means empty, 0 means empty. It can be translated as anything, like in any, like if we could just write like this, but since I'm gonna publish this on the TRON blockchain, it's not gonna work, and just address 0 is universal something, so let's stick with it. Okay, so it's working right now. So let me add this emit transfer. Don't worry, guys, it's just the event. I'm just saying this event is happening, and I didn't define it yet here, so I'll define it in the next tutorial. To and value. Okay, so wait, what's wrong? Expected, but got identifier. Oh, okay, got it, guys. Require balance of from. I forgot this. Now it's fine. No. Expected, but got wait, what? Expected, but got identifier. Okay, so I forgot here. What about here? Oh, so yeah, it's not defined yet. So let me just comment for now. Okay. So this is actually internal function, so people can't call it outside of it. Now let's create the public function, transfer. Wait, transfer, and here we will just use address to, right? Address to, and what value you want to send. Value, right? The amount of money. Let's say public, and it will return Boolean, which is success. So like bool means just Boolean, like true or false, okay? Like success is true, okay, got it. False, okay, got it, you know? So now let's call our internal function, transfer. Since we're sending, the sending guy who is interacting with the contract will be message sender, and where we want to send it to, and value, the amount we want to send. Let's say return true if everything will be good. Like everything here will be good. Okay, so what error do I have? Expected, but got full success. Wait. Okay, got it. So it actually should be like this. Like, yeah, since return is the function here. So it's fine now. Let me delete this contract and let me deploy a new one. Okay, now let's check the balance again. Call. Yeah, we have this amount. Let me send some, right? Send me some money. So call it. Yeah, this guy has 0, the second guy. Now let me transfer something. So I'll transfer to address 500. Okay, let me just transfer it. So the transaction is successful. We can see the logs here, the hash, everything. Now let me check the balance. Call. Okay, this guy has 500 now. And let me call from my own address. I should have 500 less. Yeah, you see guys, it's working. Decimals 8, initial supply, million, something like name, owner, symbol, total supply. So guys, this is not all, but it's all for this tutorial, right? If you want, like in the next tutorial, we will cover events, and we will cover also like allowing someone, the third party, to spend your funds. Only if you allow it. If you don't allow it, no one can spend. So stick with us. I'll miss you in the next tutorial.